Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Self-Care Tarot, and today we are looking at, does your crush, does the person who you are interested in like you back? So we're going to take a look both at your connection as well as how they might be feeling towards you. So we'll do kind of a broad overview and then narrow down our focus to answer the question that we want answered. So I have 4 piles for you here to choose from today. The first is represented by the silver elephant charm. Our second, pile number 2, is represented by the golden fish charm. Pile number 3 is represented by the golden castle charm. And pile number 4 is represented by the white rabbit charm. So if you guys need a moment, go ahead and pause the video here to figure out which pile you would like to watch to answer your question. If you're drawn to more than one pile, can't decide between 2 or however many, you're more than welcome to watch more than one. And timestamps for whenever you do get set and ready to go. Timestamps are going to be down in the description box below as well as in the pinned comments. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Hey there, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be the reading for if you chose the silver elephant charm. So let's hop right in. The first portion of the reading that we're going to look at here is the 2 sides of the connection. So you'll notice here that I'm going to have 4 cards for each side mirrored. And each of these is going to represent a person, one of the 2 of you. So you get to identify within this which side represents you and which side represents the person that you are interested in. And then afterwards we have some tarot cards to get a little bit deeper, not just into like the connection itself, but into answering our question, how they feel about you. So let's go ahead and get started. So person number 1 is represented by Break the Chain, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future, as well as the card Bear. Okay. And then our other person is represented by Dance with Life, Do Something to Change Your Energy, and the card Cosmic Egg. Okay. So with this already, I can see one of you is really looking at, really kind of looking at new beginnings, really looking at fresh starts and different things to change. I think one of you has a lot of energy that you haven't tapped into and a lot of just untapped potential kind of, that is just waiting to hatch. And this person, whether it's you or whether it's your crush, the person you're interested in, this individual is someone who just can feel that there's a lot that they haven't tapped into yet. So maybe life up to this point has been kind of preparing them for a larger journey, something that they're about to go on. Or maybe they're just like on the cusp of starting something, or maybe they're realizing that they need to do something to change the energy here, to bring a little bit more of that out. So this person is going to have just a really big kind of purpose and lots of emotions. This is going to be a pretty intense person. And then here on the other side of the equation, we have Break the Chain. So this is someone who is also kind of looking to change things up and leave what they have been kind of entrenched in. But I feel like with this person, it's a lot more grounded than it is over here, which that's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It just is what it is. And so this person is breaking ancestral patterns. Maybe they're splitting away from kind of the traditions and the things that they've really grown up with and grown into these patterns over time, and they're really looking at becoming different and separate from that, or tweaking it in some way even. But I think with the bear, I think that they're still very family oriented, and they make really strong connections with their core group. And I think that they're very protective as well. So this person might not be upfront about what they're going through, or if they are trying to break tradition or kind of go on a different path. I think it's going to be a lot more subtle, whereas this person has this really intense energy that I think they want to share with the world, that they're feeling this way on the inside. And I think that this person, Dance with Life, too, has just kind of a really romantic view of life and what's going on. And I think that between the two of these, I can definitely see there being a connection here in terms of like there's kind of a mutual revolution going on, but I think that you're both approaching the revolution very differently, if that makes sense. So yeah, and these are definitely separate and personal to each of you, but I think that if there has been a romantic attraction between one or both of you to the other, that might be kind of a common thread of like, hey, this person is handling things this way, and I'm like recognizing how my path and how my process is different as I'm watching them do this, if that makes sense. So this next card that I'm going to flip over for each side is kind of like showing the purpose of what they're doing and what they're going through right now. So we have the card Shift the Way to New Potential, number 29 again. Definitely a change in energy, change in what you're doing. And then over here we have the card Creator Alchemy. Yeah, so I think that really highlights very nicely the difference between the two. I think that this person is working on creating something for the first time, creating something from nothing, or creating something really drastically changed from something that they already have, turning non-precious metal into gold, or as the traditional meaning of the word alchemy is. And then over here, this person with Shift the Way to New Potential, I think that the word shift is the key word here. They're not looking to totally create something new out of what they have. I think they're looking to rewrite the future and heal from things that have already happened. So these could be actually in very different camps of life as well. This one definitely feels more almost lifestyle oriented, or like I said, having to do with tradition, with family, whereas this one is kind of a life purpose over here, whereas this one is more of a lifestyle. So really, really interesting. Let's see. Well, we can go ahead and flip these two cards over to see what comes up here, and then we'll look at the tarot as well to see if there's any other messages coming in. So first here we have the card You Deserve Love, You Are Lovable. Okay, and then on this side we have the card Express Your Love, Go Ahead and Make the Romantic Gesture. Okay, so this is sweet. So definitely here there's a mutual sense of like, if this is each person talking to each other, this person is saying to this person, you deserve love, and this person is saying to this person, express your love. And so I think it's funny here because I think this person, where they're at, they're definitely like, they're kind of they have all of this like creator kind of energy coming up, but at the same time they're like, no, I want them to create this this romantic gesture to express this love. And I think that this person over here, like, almost in a way agrees with you deserve love. I think that they want this person to know that they are worthy of love, if that makes sense. So I kind of see this party as being the recipient or the pursued, whereas this person might be the pursuer or kind of the instigator for the relationship. So let's take a look here and see what else we have. So I have 3 cards for this side over here and 3 cards for this side over here, and we are still answering, does this person like you in return? So I'll just go ahead and start flipping left to right, I guess. So we have the card, the 3 of Swords over here. So maybe this person has been through a bad breakup recently, and that might especially be why, like, they're not wanting to start something themselves, even though they seem to have very big feelings and big ideas in other areas that they're looking to create and pursue, and why this person over here is saying, hey, you deserve love. So that's something that may definitely be a possibility. Then we have the 6 of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Wands. I got distracted by the 3 of Swords, but I'm going to go ahead and keep flipping these over so we can look at them all together. And then we have over here the Ace of Cups in reverse, the 3 of Wands upright, as well as the 5 of Swords. Okay, so okay. The way that I'm going to read these, I'm probably going to start with like one side and then move to the other. And I'll read them as though you could be either person, so that you can tell kind of like if you identify with one or the other, tell kind of where this person is at. So with the Ace of Cups in reverse over here, I do think that this person sees a potential for a romantic connection. And I do think that they recognize that this person does deserve love, but I don't know if they believe that they are the right person to do this. With the 3 of Wands, however, I don't think that would stop them from trying, certainly. I think that they definitely see like a potential. They're just not sure, like some things aren't lining up for them, if that makes sense. So it might just be kind of like that you just need to get to know each other a little better, or something like that. Because this person does seem, like I said, very they have their inner circle, and it's not that they're closed off, but they have the people that they trust, and it might take a lot to gain this person's trust, but once you're in that circle of trust, I think that you're going to be there for a very, very long time. They're not just going to give it away freely, is what this is kind of saying, but they do see the possible like future that could come around if all of this were to play out and you were to gain their trust and everything like that. And then with the 5 of Swords here, I do think that they have probably had to leave situations, and that they have left situations there before that they saw potential in, but the person did not meet their standards. They did not gain this person's trust. So they have a pretty high bar. So if this is the person that you are interested in, I would be very flattered that they do recognize that like there is potential here, but they're going into it with like their usual cautious self. Yeah, and then with this person over here, like I said, definitely a potential for a recent a recent heartbreak that has really left them like not wanting to be the pursuer, that has left them kind of, like I said before, not quite as grounded. And so maybe this is just opening up for them, that like that before, if this was a bad breakup or a negative relationship, maybe this is just opening up for them as a possibility that they still really want to pursue and that they really want to have come into fruition. But I think that with this and this combined, and kind of that same feeling within all of it, I think that they're not like actively looking for anything right now, right? Like this person is like, no, you're going to have to come to me and express interest, because I am not like, they're not on the prowl, so to speak. And I don't think that they're going to respond well to superficial gestures or kind of like the player type of person. And so this person would actually be very good for that, because I don't think this person is Knight of Wands at all. And so, yeah, so definitely over here a little bit more tender, a little bit more fresh out of a relationship. And I think I think that they are, with the Six of Pentacles and with Express Your Love again, they are willing to consider a relationship, but they're not like, they're very much so still weighing things in the balance. So what you have here is two cautious people who have pretty like set standards right now, which is actually really, really good and healthy and positive. And so, yeah. So on the one hand, we have this person over here who maybe didn't used to have quite so high of standards, or maybe they did used to have high standards and have just been through something recently that they're really like, no, we're not taking that anymore. We're raising them even higher. Or maybe not even raising them higher, but just not looking right now. And then over here you have this person who is very much looking for the right person to fit in within their circle of trust, and with the future that they envision being very like, I think this person has a good idea of the kind of person that they want and the life that they want like to have with their future partner, if that makes sense. And so yeah, they're very much looking forward to the future here. And they're willing to try that label on different people, but they're not just going to automatically accept anyone who walks through the door. So yeah, overall, to answer directly the question, does this person like you back? If I would say it's not a hard no for either of these. I think that if the person that you're interested in is the break the chain person, I would say they definitely are interested in you back. They just, like I said, have very high standards. On the other hand, if you are interested in the person who is represented by Dance with Life and the Cosmic Egg, I would say that there is a chance, but I do think that they're very much healing from recent events in their romantic life right now, and might not even be thinking along those lines. But I think, if you are interested in this person and think it's worth making a move, then I think that they would definitely be receptive if you approached it in the right way. If you let them know like, hey, I'm not just here looking for a good time for, the next week, or the next, tonight. I think that they would definitely be more receptive to that than the alternative that they may have experienced as well. So pile 1, I hope that definitively answers the question on whether or not your crush or the person that you're interested in likes you back. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, definitely like and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below as well, letting you know what you thought. And if you would like to see any more readings from me, definitely let me know so I can get those going in the near future. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hey there, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be the reading for if you chose the little goldfish charm. It's super cute. It might be a guppy. I'm not too sure. I am not an expert on fish at all. I never had fish growing up, even though I really wanted one for a while. I had tadpoles at one point, but anyway, today we are looking at, does your crush or the person that you are interested in like you back? So when I'm setting up here, what I'm laying out, I have two sides of the equation here. One of them is going to be the person that you're interested in, and the other side is going to represent you. So hopefully that will help kind of look at the dynamics of the relationship itself. And then later on, we have the tarot to definitively answer whether or not this person likes you. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the first person that we have is represented by the card Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided, as well as the turtle. And then over here we have the card Take a Break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. Okay, as well as the card Hummingbird. Okay, beautiful. So what we have here, two relatively different energies, but I can see how one would be drawn to the other. Yeah, okay. So first person we'll go ahead and look at is over here. So with this person, I get the sense that this person is very centered, and I don't want to say slow moving, but they're solid. They're a solid person. I think that they have kind of this centeredness and this this sense of being guided within themselves, that they're not they recognize that life's not a race, that they're moving towards things at their own pace, and they're taking their successes one step at a time. Like, this is the person that's like at the gym, those stair climbing machines, like this is how they look at life. This is like the way that they're working, and they're getting stronger with every step. And I think that that's probably the most attractive thing about them, is kind of their endurance in terms of how they interact with the world and how they live their life, is just being able to keep taking step after step and seeing the success that comes with that. This person over here, with Take a Break and the Hummingbird, I think this person is very much like a busybody all the time. And they're trying to figure out how to slow it down a little bit. And so I can definitely see how the hummingbird would be drawn to the turtle, if they are looking to take a step off the treadmill and get on the stair climber machine. So yeah, I think that that's something that the hummingbird would definitely admire in the turtle. And so yeah, but this person is probably like, yeah, on the go all the time. They've always got things on their calendar, on their to-do list. They're like the errand running royalty. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm picking up so far. Let's take a look at the mission of each of these individuals. So we have the card Feed Your Artist, okay, as well as Limitations Inspire Innovations, okay. So yeah, with Feed Your Artist, the turtle is definitely centered in that way that life is like a work of art to them, and they are constantly feeding that artist. And I think that that's like, they also probably approach life in a very artistic sense. So maybe this person is an artist or a creative person themselves, or maybe that's something that they continually put effort into, is being more creative in how they approach the world around them. And so yeah, and then with Limitations Inspire Innovations, with the hummingbird, I think that this person is definitely probably a little bit more like, is it left brained or right brained? The one that is so this would be the creative brain. I think the right brain. I'm gonna get those mixed up, I'm sure, but this one I can see is definitely being more like logic oriented and kind of innovative in a STEM sense, if you will. Like yeah, I think they see like the lines and the sharp angles and the cuts and the quickness of it is really what's with the hummingbird coming out to me about this person. Whereas this person really appreciates kind of the curves and the winding paths and the arcs and broad sweeps. So yeah, definitely kind of an opposites attract here situation already. And so let's see what else we have. We have the card Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay. Then we have the card Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Okay. Yeah. So I think that here it's probably, I think definitely the hummingbird is very interested in the turtle. Like I said, I think that they see something that they want to adopt, that the turtle is very good at, and that's a reason why they admire the turtle, and that they're wanting a relationship to have a chance here between the two. The turtle with passion, I think that could either symbolize like just a general passion, like the turtle would be a very passionate person, or it could definitely symbolize that they see the potential to feel a lot of passion with the hummingbird here. So maybe there's an attraction there going on. So that's what we've got so far. I do want to get out our tarot cards here to take a look a little bit more in depth at what we have. So I'm just going to flip these over left to right. So first we have the 8 of Swords upright. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. We have the 6 of Swords upright. So that is on the side of Take a Break, the hummingbird. And over here we have the 3 of Pentacles upright. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Wow, the turtle is a very powerful person. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the turtle first, since I just said that right out of the gate. So with the turtle, I think how they are approaching relationships and how they're potentially thinking about the hummingbird, I think that they do see that there is something that they could build on with the hummingbird. I'm not certain if this is like an active attraction necessarily, but I think that if they stop to consider it, they would definitely see something that they could work with in terms of the connection. with the Queen of Cups, I do think that they're in touch with their emotions, but they're definitely on their own vibe there. They might even with passion be involved with another person. Even if it's not like a formal relationship, it might be kind of a relationship centered on passion, if you will. And I think that like whatever they're doing right now is working for them with the Queen of Cups. And then with the Ten of Pentacles over here, I do think that they are looking for something that's going to be long term. I think that that's probably their end goal, is having kind of the really stable family life, if that makes sense. So as they're dating or looking at being in relationships with other people, romantic relationships, I think that they recognize that the end goal is probably like they want to settle down, they want to have a family, they want to have a house and a legacy. Of course, that's going to look different for every turtle out there, but those are kind of the things that I am getting there with the Ten of Pentacles. Just this sense of legacy and stability. So that is where they are coming from. Over here on this side, we have the Eight of Swords, which definitely makes me think that they feel a little bit stuck maybe in the connection here. Like maybe they want to approach this person, but they're not really sure how to. They're not really sure if they would be received well. I think that they're looking to get out of the stage that they were in, definitely with the Six of Swords, and I think that they probably see moving towards this person as a path forward, but like kind of in their heart, they can kind of see like that this might not be like that there's something holding them back there from doing that. And then with the Nine of Wands in reverse, I think that this person, I think that they're very guarded. I think that they, which is really interesting. Yeah, I think that they're really guarded against maybe against relationships in general. It seems like they don't want anything to get in the way of the rest of the things that they want. And so that might be something that is holding them back from taking steps in this connection, is if they're not totally sure that it's going to work out. I think that they on the outside want to give it a chance, and they think that this person would be the best way to give it a chance. But I think that they really, in their heart of hearts, they're not sure if this is the right one, and they're kind of having to talk themselves into it, if that makes sense. So really, really interesting, because yeah, I definitely see this person as being receptive, but I think that they're kind of on their own vibe. Whereas this person over here, I think that they have more of an urgency towards forming a connection with this person, but I think that they are the person who is most afraid of it. So yeah, that might be a lot for some of you to hear, if you're like in one camp or the other. So yeah, I would say definitively between the two. If the person that you're interested in is this person on the side of take a break in the hummingbird, I think that if this is your crush, they're definitely attracted to you, like a lot, but it's a very like intense, like flash in the pan kind of a crush. I do think that there are really genuine things that they admire about you, in terms of your ability to be so centered. But I think in terms of the relationship itself, they still have a lot of hangups that they need to work through. And I think that if you are interested in this person and we're interested in forming a connection, the best way to approach it would be to make sure you're not and I don't think that this person would do that at all, but to make sure that you're being very non-threatening to the things that the hummingbird holds very important. So kind of give them the space to relax and to realize that they don't have to be so guarded, so that they can release some of these tethers that they kind of have themselves in. And then over here, in terms of the turtle, if the person that you are attracted to, or that you're interested in, is the turtle or Akasha here, I think that they probably haven't thought about it directly. This is funny because it's kind of actually very similar to one of the piles in pile to one of the individuals in pile 1. I think that they would be willing to work on the connection. I think that they see the potential for passion here. And so overall, I think that if they see you as someone who is fitting into kind of the life and the goals that they kind of fitting into, almost the centeredness that they already have, I think that they definitely would be interested in furthering the connection with you and working on it with you, and helping you to leave some of the kind of the fear behind, because I don't think that this person wants anyone in a relationship with them to feel like an uncomfortable like feeling of nervousness or fear in terms of like being in a relationship. I don't think that this person wants that for anyone at all. And I think that they have definitely the patience to, if they do see wonderful things in you that they want to pursue, I think that they would have the patience to stick with it and see how things go. So yeah, pile number 2, that is what I'm seeing for your connection. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed doing this reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like and comment down below. Let me know if there are any other readings you would like to see from me in the near future. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. I post new readings here on YouTube every week. So I hope to see you guys next week. And until then, have a good one. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be the reading for if you chose the Golden Castle charm. So this one, it's up on a hill. It makes me think of the Ed Sheeran song, Castle on a Hill. I really love that song, y'all. So anyway, we're going to take a look here to start at the connection between you and the person that you are interested in, you and your crush. So one side of this equation is going to be you and one side is going to be them, and you are going to be the one who ultimately identifies that. And then we have some tarot cards that we'll look at here in a minute to definitively say how each individual is feeling towards the other. So let's go ahead and get started. Our first individual is represented by Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle, as well as the Whale, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and flip this one as well. We also have the card, One Step Ahead is All You Need. And playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay. And then over here we have the card Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Okay. And we have the card Snake, as well as Magic Happens When You Most Expect It. I love this person. I love both of these people, don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, I love that. And then we have the card Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay. All right, so we have these two people, these two individuals. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading one, and then we'll hop over to the other. Then we'll kind of talk about the potential for connection between the two of them. So with Sisterhood of the Rose, this person I think is, this person has like big energy. They're absolutely, like, I think appearance wise they have big energy with beauty and devotion. I think that that their mission, like their life's mission, their life's goal, their purpose, whatever you want to call it, is very it's just very them, is all I can say. They have this very specific, it's very empowered, and very empowering to others, I think, too. I think that this person is definitely someone who is willing to support those around them, but I think that their main focus is on the things that they truly like, that they truly feel is their purpose, you know, like they're not getting swayed in one direction or another. They're not getting distracted from that they hold most important in their life. And even if that changes, like, it still has this common thread of them throughout it, just this whole time. And so that's really cool. With the Snake, I think they are willing to approach things from a different perspective and from a different way than a lot of other people are. Like with the Snake, they're so unique in the way that they move and the way that they really just the way that they go about being, you know. They, of course, snakes don't have legs, and so kind of what I'm getting at here is that they just, in their very nature, have to go about things a different way, and I don't think that they see that as a limitation at all. I think that they draw power from that, and like, that is what makes, I think, snakes so scary, is how, like, to some people, is how different they are, but how well they do what they do. So yeah, there's definitely like this almost intimidating sense of self-worth and self-knowledge here, that's just so cool. And I think that that is represented so well too by Magic Happens When You Most Expect It. Like, I think that this person really like, they really came out here and said that, like, they know when they have set things up and when the dominoes are going to fall the way that they want them to fall, because they have that confidence in themselves and in what they're doing and in the work that they do. And even if that involves other people, they, like, they know what they're putting out there, and they know the results that is going to happen from that. So yeah, and I don't think with engagement, I don't think this person is looking for any less than like what they deserve, any less than the best. I think that they're like, nope, this is what I'm looking for. I am ready for a higher level of commitment right now, and that's what is going to happen. And so that takes us over to the whale, pillar of light, the whale. So yeah, this person is, they have a lot going on. The pillar of light person, they're definitely like having a bit of a glow up right now. I think that they've always had this kind of depth to them, but their surface level of what they're presenting is starting to change. And so like I said, that's very much glow up, but I think that on the inside, they still have that same sense of like this incredible depth to them, both emotionally and just in terms of their thoughts and the things that they're thinking. I think that they are very thoughtful, that they're a very thoughtful individual, and they've been that way like their whole life, really. And so yeah, but they're going through a glow up, and I think that this is something that they might feel like they need to do that right now. I think that they're looking for their next step. They might be starting on a new journey, and even though they have this core that's still with them, they're like, okay, this is pretty new, so we're going to take one step ahead, and they're looking at how to best match their situation, on the outside as on the inside. And then with playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I think that they, part of their glow up might be incorporating more playfulness, or they might just be ready for kind of a playful relationship. So I do see here the wires might be getting crossed a little bit in terms of what each person would want in a relationship. So we'll take a look at the tarot and see if anything else comes up for that. But we'll keep that in mind as we go. So I'm just gonna flip these over left to right, and we'll read them side and then side. So we have, first off, the Emperor in reverse. We have the Devil upright, okay. We have the Ace of Swords. Alrighty, then we have the Eight of Pentacles on the side of Pillar of Light, as well as the card, the Eight of Cups upright, and the King of Wands in reverse. Okay, so okay, interesting. Okay, so I will actually start over here on the side of Pillar of Light and the Whale. So yeah, with the King of Wands in reverse, I think that this person either is in a relationship or has recently gotten out of a relationship and is still kind of thinking about that relationship that they had. I think that it was a pretty powerful one for them, and so what they might be looking for in a relationship right now is something just fresh and not too serious, not too in-depth in any kind of way. And so yeah, but I do think that I think that they're working on leaving that behind, but I think that it's a process for them, and they recognize that it's a process for them. And with one step is all you need, I can definitely see that as well. Like they're taking their time to recover from what they need to recover from. And that's what it is right now. So on the outside, they're very much like, no, I am focused on my work right now. They are focused on things outside of a romantic relationship. If they are interested at all in a romantic relationship, it's going to be a pretty lighthearted one, just because this one that held a lot of emotional impact for them it's too soon. Even if it's not like, I mean, this could have happened however long ago, but for them, it is too soon. And I think that with the whale, they definitely have a depth of feeling that is very indicative of they're going to have these intense relationships that mean a whole lot to them, and they're probably going to hold on to those feelings for a while and have to actively work on like their process towards like moving away from that. So yeah, so that is where this person, the pillar of light, the whale, is right now. Over on this side with the sisterhood of the rose, we have actually, I think, a rather similar, well, I take that back. I don't think that the Emperor is, it could be for some of you, it could be that the Sisterhood of the Rose was a past relationship or somebody impacting their romantic relationships. But I think that for this person, it is probably more of an attitude towards their love life in general, or their life in general. So with the Emperor in reverse, I do think that they kind of want everything to be as powerful as they feel that they are in general, which is not a bad thing. But I do think that that in terms of the whale, even though they do have all of this depth to them, I don't know if they have that in them to give right now. With the devil as well, I think that that the Sisterhood of the Rose is very much like looking for, they want all of it. Like they're not going to simply stop at engagement, but they want a really they're looking for the perfect person romantically. They're looking for the perfect person in terms of like sexual compatibility. They want it all, and they want to explore like the parts of like a relationship that are really just not bad at all. I know that with the devil, that can have like just cultural negative connotations to it, but this kind of like almost decadent is the right word, like the decadent aspects of the relationship. I think that they really want to dig into that with their next connection, and I think that they're very much like willing to move towards this. And with the Ace of Swords, I definitely think that they are interested in the whale, in the pillar of light over here. So yeah, really interesting. Yeah, and I keep coming back to this Emperor over here for this person. Just definitely the need to have everything. They definitely like, this person likes control. If you've ever heard this song by Camila Cabello, She Loves Control, that is absolutely this person. I love that song. But yeah, that's absolutely what the Emperor is just screaming. So yeah, okay. So a definitive answer for both of these people, just to kind of like wrap this up. If you have a crush on or are attracted to this person over here, if you identify with the Sisterhood of the Rose and are attracted to this person, I would say that they are most likely not feeling the same way back, just because of this relationship over here that they're still working through. Like I said, even if it was a really long time ago, they're taking it one step at a time, right? And so what they are looking for would be a pretty lighthearted relationship that they probably wouldn't want to last for very long, if that makes sense. But they're very much focused on their work right now and on getting over everything that's happened, and on going through their own glow up. Like I said, they just have a lot going on and a lot of different things right now. So that like none of this has really anything to do with the Sisterhood of the Rose, like in a negative way. This is very much like they're working on their own life right now. On the other hand, if you identify with the Sisterhood of the Rose individual, or excuse me, if you not identify with, but if you identify with the whale, pillar of light over here, and are attracted to, interested in the Sister of the Rose individual, I think that they absolutely have a crush on you. I think they definitely like want big things, and so you'll need to be aware of that if you are interested in pursuing this person. They want big things. They're not looking for a passing commitment, even though if you're coming from the perspective of the whale, you might be like, well, that sounds like a lot right now. That's okay. I do think that they like I said, they're interested in like the decadent parts of relationships, and I don't think that they would be shy in like telling you like, yeah, I'm looking for this right now, I'm looking for that right now. With the Ace of Swords, I think that they're going to be very upfront about what they're looking for and what they want, and you might even just be able to have a conversation straight up, like hey, this is where I'm at. Where are you at? What do you want? Like, do you want to see if we can make this work, kind of a thing? And I think that they absolutely would love that. So yeah, okay. Pile number 3, that is what I am seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this answered any of your connection conundrums. So yeah, thank you so much. I really enjoyed doing this one. Thank you for letting me read your cards as well. It's an honor. And if you enjoyed the reading, definitely leave me a like and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know as well if there are any readings that you would like me to do in the near future. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post new readings here on YouTube every week. So until next week, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you then. Bye. Hey there, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be the reading for if you chose the White Rabbit charm. So, possibly Alice in Wonderland for some of you might be significant. Anyway, so we're going to start out here taking a look at your connection in general. So we have two sides of the equation here, two sides of the story. One of these is going to be for one individual and the other is going to be for the other. And then we will have tarot cards later on to definitively answer our question, does your crush like you back? So let's hop right in. So our first individual is represented by the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, as well as the Oyster. And then we have for them the cards Creator Fire. And this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay. And then for our second individual, we have Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? As well as Firefly. have the card Fierce Serenity and Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Wow. Okay. So I love how the colors here like are very much reflected. I don't know if y'all took a peek at any of the other piles at all, but they very much like had kind of different color palettes and color schemes, and the two here match very well. So just from that, you two may be very, very well matched in general. But let me go ahead and read one and then the other so you can get a good picture of the two individuals and kind of figure out which one is you, which one might be the person that you're interested in. So I will start over here with Trust Your Path. So with this person, I get the sense that they're very much like kind of working their way through life, like walking through a forest. You know, they're having to light their path, and they're figuring out exactly where they want to go. I don't think that they're lost at this point in time, but they definitely have like had the sense of like being able to follow their path, to follow a purpose has certainly changed for them. Like they didn't have an end goal that they wanted to reach necessarily. They're more working through things as they go and kind of letting the journey take them where they will. And with that, I think that they encountered kind of this piece about what they're doing and how they're getting there. So I think that this person, it doesn't mean that they're an aimless person at all. I think it just means that they're willing to go with the flow and see where life takes them, and that's part of what is important about life to them is being able to see and experience different things and think in different ways and kind of like experience it all, like I said. And then, well, actually, I'm gonna save these two cards to talk about together. So I'll start up here. So with this individual, the Age of Light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. I think that this person feels like they've reached the end of their path, or at least like a peak of it right now. So where they are at right now is very much in a place of understanding or light in a way that they have been training for something for a long time. They have been working towards something for a long time, and they feel like they've achieved it, or like I said, gotten to a peak with it. So they're kind of on a high right now. And with the oyster, I think that they're just really celebrating that. Like, I think that yeah, it might be something that they might not be necessarily used to, is this kind of sense of victory, this sense of, oh my gosh, I'm there right now. And I think they're just like living in that. But it's in a very solidly grounded way. Like I think that even if this season is kind of chaotic for them, they're taking it from a very calm place, but they're also really excited about it with Creator Fire. I see this absolutely, like wherever they are, whatever they're doing, whatever it is that is lighting their fire that they have been working towards and have achieved. I think that they're so excited to be there and to keep going. And like I said, they're just celebrating. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about these together because already we'll look at the tarot cards and see where things are going, but already like there's this huge sense of like connection between these two people in terms of like one of them recognizes the other as like a possible soulmate, and the other is thinking this could be the one, which is like the most reflected energy ever. And I love that these two individuals are in very different places, but they're both very calm and very peaceful about where they're at. Like they both have the fire, they both have the kind of the calm, but the excitedness, and yeah, it's really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at our tarot here and see what we have going on. So yeah, but this is looking like very promising, you guys. Just, and I think that if this person, like, get the sense that you know each other pretty well, because if not, then how else would you be thinking like, this might be my soulmate, this could be the one, right? So I'm interested to see what comes up here. So I'm going to flip them all over and then read them. So we have first the Temperance in reverse, the Temperance in reverse. We have the Five of Cups upright, okay. We have Justice in reverse. Then we have the card, the Hermit in reverse. Okay, I love that. We have the King of Pentacles upright, as well as the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to read these one at a time based on the individual as well. So I think I'm going to start over here with the oyster. So I do think that the oyster, they definitely have some of the same fierce serenity that the firefly has over here, in terms of they've been through a lot. I feel like they have a very like storied past, but they're definitely putting it and leaving it in the past. They're not worried so much about like where, like they've incorporated where they came from and the things that they've had to work through to get to where they are now into who they are as a person, but they're not holding on to any of the pain of that, or at least they're trying very hard not to. Sometimes that kind of stuff creeps up on us, and that's okay. We're like, it of course happened, so it's I'm not saying that they're like totally undamaged by anything that happened to them, but I do think that they've come to terms with it in their own way, and that they've incorporated it into who they are, and it's made them a very strong individual. And then with the King of Pentacles here, I do think that they absolutely feel like they're on top of the world right now, and I think that they're looking towards their next steps too. And since this is a love reading, I do think that it's definitely a possibility that their next step that they're looking at, their next thing to kind of add into their life, might be a pretty serious romantic connection. And so, yeah, with the King of Pentacles too, like you see this castle in the background, and I think that they're like, that might be next. Or maybe the castle is what they've already built. I don't know, but I think that this person is definitely like ready to continue on with what they're doing. And I think that this card is so cute here with the Hermit in reverse, because these two that are closest to each other, I've been reading those as kind of the action or the direct interaction between the two individuals here. And so what that is saying to me is that this person may usually be pretty quiet or pretty introverted, but they're willing to come out of their introvertedness to connect with this other person. And so if that is not just the cutest way to say that, I don't know what is. So Yeah, I like that a lot. So let's hop over here to the firefly. So we have, first off, we have temperance in reverse here. So I do think that some of this kind of like following their winding path may be difficult on them from time to time, but I do think that they work really hard to have balance and maintain that fierce serenity and maintain that light. Um, but I do think in terms of relationships, it may have led them astray in the past, to kind of this place of like this place of looking at the story, looking at the path that they've been on, and thinking like, oh my gosh, like I had this relationship and this relationship and this relationship, and none of them were really what I was looking for. And none of them really turned out the way that I wanted to, you know. And so yeah, but then with justice in reverse here, I think that this person is taking all of that into consideration and taking maybe some of their trends in the past with their relationships, and looking at I think that this here has made them cautious, and they're looking at it from a very like logical perspective, looking at relationships in general from a logical perspective. But I do think that they are, while they're doing that, trying not to over logic their feelings for this other person. I think that they want what is best for this other person here, for the oyster. And I think that they're worried that they might not be it, just because their path looks so different from the path of the oyster. So yeah, really interesting, really interesting stuff here. So overall, with the two of them, I would say that if the person that you are attracted to, if that sounds like the firefly here, I would say that they definitely want to make sure, I think that they would definitely be interested. I think that this is like, they don't want to mess up what you already have, especially if you're already close friends or like have a solid connection as it is right now. I think that they see a lot of good in you and in what this relationship could be, but I think that they're worried that the path that they take, even though it's the path that they choose, they might not be completely satisfied with it, even though it is the one that has been working for them thus far, except in relationships like we talked about. So I think they see a lot of potential. They don't want to mess it up. They want to make sure that they are good enough for you. But I think that they definitely would be interested. I think that they would just maybe be a little bit hesitant coming forward because of all of that. And then if the person that you have a crush on, you think is the oyster and you are the firefly over here, I think that this person absolutely has a crush on you back, likes you back, is interested in you back. I think that they see a lot of goodness in you that you might not even see in yourself, or a lot of just amazing ability to balance, even if like you don't always feel balanced where you are. I think that they see the underlying power that it takes to take a path like that. And I definitely think that they believe that you're capable of a lot more than you believe you are capable in. And I think that they're looking for like a soulmate, and they're looking for someone that kind of brings them out of their shell, someone that they can celebrate with, someone that they can just have a really like long and lovely relationship or connection with. So, yeah, pile number 4, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards, and thank you so much for watching. This was so much fun. I really loved y'all's reading. I'm gonna put your little rabbit here in the middle, just because I like him. But anyway, if you enjoyed the reading, definitely leave me a like and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if there are any readings you would like to see from me in the near future. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I do readings like this on YouTube every single week, so subscribe so you don't miss out. And thank you again for watching. I will see you next week. Bye.